we are grateful to host this event where the last time we were here, we were actually in prayer that the right thing would be done. It is a pleasure today that we didn't come here to pray that the right thing be done, but we're here today because the right thing has been done. If at all you've been paying any attention to this situation, this experience that my brother, my friend, Davontae Sanders has been going through, we're glad to have this opportunity today to welcome you here. We will ask again that you will be very orderly, very professional, as this is him getting back to his family, him getting back to his life, and we want to remember that as he is here today. So please, one at a time, when the time comes for questioning, we would have you to do that, and just be mindful that you are not only here out of the courtesy of this family, but you're also in the sanctuary of God. We would ask that you would respect that. Thank you. We're going to turn this over, Ms. Val, at the time.
Okay, I'm not going to be able to use that. Too short. So I'm Valerie Newman. I am one of the many attorneys that has worked very hard over many years to help Davontae Sanford reach this day. And we want to thank everybody for being here today. And I am acting today primarily as the attorney for the family. So I want to make some introductory remarks, and I want to make a big request, which is there's been a lot of media at the house, and it's very disconcerting to the family and especially to Davontae. He spent a lot of years away from his family, and he wants to be able to leave his house, go for a walk, and do things without people taking pictures, without people videoing him. Gabby? I'm sorry. And he just wants to be able, to have some peace in his life. So the family asked to call this press conference, bring everybody together in one spot at one time to answer some questions so you can have access to the family and to Davontae to ask your questions. And then we are asking you, please, please, please stay away from the home. If you want media access, you can go through me. Valerie Newman, N-E-W-M-A-N. Most of you have my cell phone. I'm not going to put it out because this is being live streamed, but if you don't have it, I'm a lawyer. You can find me in the Bar Journal, and I'm very easy to find and contact, but we are really asking for your graciousness in leaving the family to get on with their lives. The other thing I want to say is, as part of the defense team and the family will not be making any comment or answering any questions about Kim Worthy's press conference today. So please don't ask them. The only response you're going to get is no comment. We are here today for Davontae. We are here to celebrate the fact that the right thing has been done, that Davontae is home after almost 9 years of wrongful incarceration, and that's where we'd like our focus to be. And so with that, I'm going to turn it over to you or Davontae? Apostle? All right.
Good afternoon to everyone. I am Pastor W.J. Rideout, R-I-D-E-O-U-T, III, Senior Pastor here in the city of Detroit, Michigan, Senior Pastor of All God's People Church. I stand today first and foremost thanking God for a wonderful day that have come in 2016, and we all ought to shout hallelujah for that. We ought to give a good hand for Davontae being home today. I would like to also give honor to Valerie, one of the greatest attorneys, I think, in America. Oh, come on, we can do better than that. That's right. And to her staff, to the team that fought so untiringly to make this happen, to my dear friend Bill Proctor for the Project of Innocence, people who are incarcerated. Let's give him a wonderful hand for a job well done. To this wonderful family, to the mother, Tamika, the grandmother, the father, the sisters, the brothers, to every one of you that are here today. First and foremost, we know that Davontae has been given an injustice. And today, we stand today to celebrate and to say one thing. Please remember that this Davontae Sanford that we fought to get out of prison for 8, 9 long years, when nobody wanted to believe in Davontae Sanford, I want to tell you, my church, myself, along with his family, his loved ones, we believed all along that he was innocent. And today, I want to say to everyone, please remember this family in your prayers. Please uphold this family. I believe in my heart that the city of Detroit, the state of Michigan, the county of Wayne owes Davontae Sanford. I mean, he has lost his childhood. He has lost, ain't nobody talking to me. He has lost his graduating from middle school, from high school. He has lost seeing loved ones come and go. And I believe that we need to adopt Davontae Sanford and do everything that we can in our power to make sure that this doesn't happen to another Davontae Sanford. Ain't nobody gonna talk to me. We should make sure that justice does not be just blind justice, but it be real truthful justice. And it should be that we are going to stand for the right and not for the wrong. So brothers and sisters, as I yield this floor, remember this young man. Remember the pain the family has endured. Let's uphold Davontae Sanford. Let's help him. And I would ask that every college out here, Wayne State University, Wayne County, whoever, would reach out to Davontae Sanford and say, you didn't have a chance, but we're going to give you a chance, to give you a free scholarship into college, to give you a chance to make up for your loss. And we love him today. God bless each and every one of you. We thank God for all these that are coming after me. We love this family, and you all be encouraged and help us uplift them. God bless you.
First off, I would like to thank everybody around the country, around the world for supporting me and my family through this difficult, very, very, very struggle. But it's finally over. Now I would like to take the time to reunite with my family and try to get my life back on track. You know, I'm not about to play the blame game with nobody. You know, it's over. I'm out. Like that's all I really wanted was my freedom. So from this day forward, I'm just trying to move forward and put all this behind me and go from there. Live life. You know, do some things I've never been able to do before, like learn how to drive and go get my driver's license and things like that. You know, I don't. Yeah, that's about it. But thank everybody for being here and supporting me. Yeah.
He just told me not to cry, so forgive me for crying.
Take your time. Take your time.
Okay, first I have to just give all the honor First, I give all the honor and the glory and the highest praise to God, because I know today wouldn't have been possible without God. I have so many people to thank. No one is forgotten. Valerie, we love you so much. Days that I thought that I couldn't make it, Val pulled me out. She helped me positive. She gave me what I needed when the closest people to me couldn't give me what I needed. So I'm so ever grateful. Bill Proctor, from day one, you have supported us. When everybody was calling my son an animal and that he done this, you stood with me. You came to every court date. You called me when my phone didn't ring, but it was you. Thank you so much. Roberto, I thank you and I love you so much. I love you. Oh my God. Gabby, thank you. You fought for my son and you didn't even have to. Thank you, Gabby. Bishop Hears for opening up his doors to us. Andrea, you heard our story. 7 years ago on Mason, you came out when it was below 0, when it was only 5 of us doing a rally. Thank you. I love you. Apostle, a man of God, you are another one that has been here for this family. You did everything you could do for us, and we're so ever grateful. My family, I know I was rough when Davontae was locked up, but y'all didn't understand me a lot of times, what I went through, but thank y'all. Diane, to the rest of the media, Ed White, oh, you've been a trooper. Associated Press, thank you. George Hunter, where are you at? I love you, I love you, I love you. We love you. It is so many people. Sergeant B, to your team, thank you. You showed me that all Detroit police are not corrupt. Thank you for that. To the whole media, everybody, Diane, I say keep this family in prayer. I laid in the bed this morning crying because I still don't believe he's home. So I'm smothering him and he's just like, Mama, let my hand go. Mama, I'm on him like, I'm just on him right now. And he don't understand it, but I'm on him. If I can cut his food up and feed him, I probably would cut his food up and feed him too, but I'm on him. But I'm not going to be in front of y'all much longer, but if I didn't mention you, don't think you're forgotten by the Sanford family. It's just so much going on. There's so many faces that I see. So no one is forgotten. We love each and every one of you guys. Keep us in prayer. Brother Ed, I love you, and Confucius Soup Kitchen. I love you guys. Let no one think that we have forgotten about you because we're not responding back to no one, or this is a new day for us. This is a new life for us. This is a new beginning for us. So with that said we love each and every one of you. Please, like Apostle Ryder said, keep us in prayer. Because right now, we need the prayers more than we ever needed the prayers, especially for Davontae. He needs the prayer. His whole childhood life has been taken away from him. He missed prom, junior high school, and everything. So we don't take it lightly nor for granted. Whatever you might have did, even if you sent a $1 card to us, thank you, thank you, thank you. And I'm going to also say, with this being said, keep Smothers in your prayers also. Amen. We don't hold no blame. We're not here to point the finger at nobody. Because it took him to do the right thing to get him out. So keep him in your prayers too. We are forever grateful for him too. So I turn it over to Mr. Bill Parker at this time. Thank you guys for coming out. Thank you for all you have ever did, and we love you.
Some of you may not know, but the reason I'm standing here with the family is because among Detroit media, I was the first to go to the editorial board of both papers to tell them what was happening to this young man and this family. And after I had the meetings with the editorial boards, I did stories on Channel 7 to tell what had happened here. It's been a long road for 9 years. It is a difficult, emotional time for this family, ecstatic about his return, but clearly upset about the words of the Wayne County prosecutor this morning. The people of Wayne County, if not everyone who has ever held a P number, should be ashamed of what Kim Worthy said this morning, essentially blaming much of what happened on a 14-year-old child who simply appeared at the wrong place at the wrong time and spoke to the wrong detective. By the time it was over, This was an orchestrated prosecution. The Detroit police did nothing enough to bring justice to the 4 people who were murdered and the 1 person who managed to survive. They took the first person who spoke to them at the crime scene at the base of the yellow tape and swept him up. And from that moment forward, the police and the prosecutor essentially got together to put this child in prison. Kim Worthy did not mention today that in this long-running explanation of process and procedure, there was no seeking of true justice. It was just a matter of taking step 1 to step 2, to this judge, to this prosecutor, to this appeal. The real bottom line is, she had the authority that she essentially did not use to go to the chief judge, to go to one of the Innocence Projects and at least have a conversation. If she couldn't pull the trigger herself, she needed to do more. And the bottom line is, 9 years later, this child is 23, and this child must now struggle to survive. Make no mistake, the hour-long smoke and mirrors conversation this morning from the prosecutor is not necessarily completely true. There is no excuse for what happened to this child, and Kim Worthy bears much of the responsibility. I'm not sure what else I can and should say, but at this point, this is a family that needs to heal, and yes, their privacy should be respected. Thank you for coming today.
We will be taking questions. Didn't want to get Davontae down, so I'm asking everyone, please keep your questions very limited for him. He's been through a terrible ordeal in his life, so I'm asking everyone to just keep it short and simple. Maybe later in our journey, we will be open to do interviews, but I'm asking everyone, as Davontae's mother, and everybody in the press, you know me, I would give an interview at the right time. I have never, ever turned no one down for an interview. Even when I didn't want to give you guys one, I gave you one. So I'm asking everybody now, as I bring my son, make all comments, once again, short and very simple. This is his first official day out. Please don't overwhelm him. Please don't ask him questions that you know that you shouldn't ask. He's been in prison. He has not been at Cedar Point. And if I feel you doing that, I will take Davontae from here. Thank you.
No, first meal was sesame seed chicken, sweet and sour chicken, egg rolls, and shrimp fried rice. Yeah, like, I have been craving Chinese food for about like 4 years, so I told my mama, like, you'll be wasting your time cooking, you know, like, because I'm not going to eat it. Like, I want some Chinese food. So, like, that's what I went and got, some Chinese food. So, yeah.
What would you say to young men who are incarcerated right now who may be wrong?
Keep fighting. Don't give up. You know, like, you got to stay strong mentally, spiritually, emotionally. And if you know you're in prison for something you didn't do, just don't roll over. Don't roll over. Don't give in. Don't let them break you. You know, I was almost to that breaking point, you know, many times, you know, and I just stay positive. You know, I just like stay positive. So like that's what I would say to them. You know. Yeah. I most definitely would like, you know, to share my story with at-risk youth. And bring awareness to the juvenile dealing in the justice system, especially when it comes to like criminal justice, as far as like juveniles being sentenced 30, 40 years at like 15, 16 years old. Like you talking about like that's the second chance for us when it's not. You sending us to a place where there's no programs like violence, you know, mental health treatment is like terrible, you know, so it's like, what did you expect, you know, after 30 years, what type of man you think you get, you know, so like once you release him, you know, so yeah. I'm definitely going to do that, motivational speaking and stuff like that, you know, so. Her. And like, I will receive like letters from people all over the country, people from like all over the world I've never met, you know, and they will always tell me, Davontae, you're getting out of prison, stay strong, you know? So like that motivated me a whole lot. You know, I had a lot of people behind me, you know, motivating me and just like reminding me, you know, I don't supposed to be here. So like, you getting out one day, you know, it may take some time, but just prepare yourself for that time when it's time for you to get out. Don't prepare yourself for this 39 years you got to do in prison. Don't prepare yourself for that. Prepare yourself to get out, because you're going to be getting out one day. So, yeah.
Is it scary thinking about adjusting to everyday life after 9 years?
A little bit of nervous, you know, but like with the people I got behind me, you know, I think I'll be good.
Amen.
Thank you.
Wow.
Okay, thank you.
There's a couple more that we've done.
Hey, Davontae, let's talk about, I mean, you're up there right now with your family wearing shorts, tennis shoes.
It feels good. Like it's this song I had on my MP3 player. You know, like one of the lyrics is, you know, go like, "What a time to be alive," and like that's the feeling I got. You know, like what a time to be alive. You know, I know it's gonna take some time for me to get back used to things and normalize, but like the hard part is over. You know, like the hardest part was getting me out of prison. You know,
That's it.
so I think I'll be ready for it.
That's Diane. She been here since day one. That's Diane. She been here since day one. Yes, it is.
I had no choice. You know, I had no choice but to like grow. I couldn't stay in the same place, you know, so like I had no choice like but to grow mentally, spiritually, emotionally, you know, and develop myself, especially for like some of the things I want to do when it comes to dealing with juveniles and the justice and things like that. I had no choice but to grow and to learn and read, write, and things like that. So, yeah. And I knew I was getting out one day, and I know like in order to go somewhere in life, like you gotta have like some type of like education. You know, I didn't want to get out of prison, you know, whether it was 8 years, 10 years, 20 years, you know, and they was letting me out and I was stuck in the same place like that. Yeah, that would have been, yeah.
Two more, that's it.
Yeah.
We're only going to take two more, and we'll be done with the press conference. She's setting up.
Davontae, as a teacher for 32 years at DPS, I want to encourage you to never stop dreaming. And I want you to pursue everything that your heart desires. The sky is the limit to what you can have. And with the support of your family and your church and this community, I tip my hat off to you.
That's it.
For your positiveness, for your articulation, and knowing that you can have anything that God gives you. I salute you today, sir.
Thank you, I appreciate it. Thank you for the kind words.
One more, that's it. You done after this one. You done after this one. Roberto, that's Roberto.
Roberto, nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. Heard a lot about you.
Okay, this is last one. Oh, he just told me.
I mean, for a while, like, of course, like, you would be, like, angry, mad, bitter, but at the end of the day, you know, like, the people who played a part in it, you know, like, the days you angry, mad, bitter, don't feel like eating, like, what they doing? They living their life. So, like, me being mad, angry, it didn't do nothing. It was just hurting me, you know. It wasn't, like, hurting them. So, like, what's the use of being mad, you know? Like, so.
All right, Roberto, and then we'll wrap it up. I just have a couple closing remarks.
Davontae, as I look at you,
That's Roberto.
Yeah, man.
Phoenix rising.
Wow.
To add on to what the teacher said here,
Amen.
I want you to think of ways that you can impact the at-risk youth in our city in a positive way. You came the journey you took was very long. And I want you to know that you still have the support of all of us,
Yes.
you and the whole family.
Yeah.
And I guess when the call to justice comes, be it through you or anybody else, I'm there, and I will be there.
I know. You've been there. I know. Yeah, I know. Thank you.
So we want to thank everyone for coming. Just a couple of things. We've gotten a lot of remarks and a lot of emails and text messages about how people can help. There is a GoFundMe site that's set up. It is legitimate. People have asked, is this legitimate or is someone trying to scam? It's a legitimate site. It's set up by the family. So any funds that are contributed to the GoFundMe site will come directly to Davontae. That's number one. Number two, I want to address Davontae's comment about choices, because he's giving short shrift to himself. There are always choices, and he could have chosen to let prison do him instead of him doing the time. And he deserves enormous credit for going in. I can't look at Gabi. For going in at such a young age and being so incredibly vulnerable. I don't know if people understand how vulnerable he was in the prison system, going in at 14 at his size. He was a short, slight young man, still a good-looking young man, but, you know, very, very vulnerable. And things could have been a lot different, and he could have chosen a lot different path while he was in there. So I just want to make it clear, I just, for him, more than all of you, because I think people probably appreciate that, but I would like, where is Davontae? He stepped out. He'll hear me. I'm loud. You can't avoid me. I really want to make it clear for him that it's a great testament to his character that he can stand before you after all this trauma and be so composed, so thoughtful. I spent a lot of time with Davontae. I met with him almost every week for 2 years. I can testify to his transformation and how hard he worked to stay positive and stay in a good place and be the thoughtful, considerate young man that he is today. So we thank all of you for your incredible support. It really is overwhelming on many fronts that so many people, you know, are supportive and want to help them. And we appreciate you being here, and have a great day. Thank you. Thank you.
So what the family has asked is they really, Davontae really does not want to have persons linger around trying to get pictures of them as they're leaving and all of those things. So we're really going to bring this to a conclusion. Thank you all so very much for your professionalism and all that you have spoken today. And most certainly, if there's anything else, the family will be in contact with you. Thank you all so very much. God bless you.